Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake on YouTube, and what we're going to make today is a pie crust, but it's kind of not your traditional pie crust because it's actually made with oatmeal. So this is probably maybe a healthier, way of making a pie crust, and it really is delicious, and it's so simple and quick to make. So I want you to know that we're going to start off with 1¼ cups of oatmeal. Now this is actually the regular oatmeal. This is not the quick oatmeal, just regular oatmeal, and 1¼ cups. Now what I did was I took those 1¼ cups of the oatmeal and I used my processor with the blade, the cutting blade, and I kept grinding it till it's a pretty fine powder so that it becomes a flour. Okay, now if you have a little bit of pieces that didn't grind up, don't worry about it. I think it adds to the integrity of the crust. It kind of looks pretty when it bakes up, but you'll want to grind it in your processor, that 1¼ cups of the oatmeal. Okay, the next thing that you're going to be putting in is salt. You need 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and put that into the oatmeal, and I'll just give it a stir here. All right, the next thing you're going to be putting in is 2 tablespoons of oil. Now I'm not going to tell you what type of oil to use because it's so debatable by everyone, so you use the oil that you prefer, and it's 2 tablespoons. The next thing is I just have some cool water here, and I'm going to use anywhere from 4 to 4½ tablespoons of water. So I usually just start off with 4, and then I start just mixing it together in a bowl. You can use a fork if you prefer not to use. I'm just using a big tablespoon, and I generally can tell if I'm going to use the rest of that 1/2 tablespoon. So generally I always use, mine comes out 4½ tablespoons of water. Okay, and then just go ahead and mix it, and it'll start to form like a paste, and it's going to come together as a crust. Now you do need at least a 9-inch pie pan. It can be glass, circular, or a square. I'm using square today. And heavily spray it with your cooking oil. If you don't have the spray, then lightly oil it, but you do want to lightly oil your pan or spray it well. Okay, then all you have to do is to take this, put it into your pie pan, your 9-inch, and then with clean hands, then I just start spreading all of it with my fingertips. Now, if you have it where the crust starts sticking to your fingertips, have just a little bit of water ready for your fingertips, and everything won't stick to your fingertips. And then just spread it as evenly as possible. Work up the sides because you'll want an edge to it. It doesn't take long. Then if you need to use your whole hand to press it in, your palm, and just having your fingertips lightly moistened, I think helps a lot. And then all I'm doing, and I'll show you in a second, is creating an edge. Now I like to use this crust and I bake it, and then I can put whatever I want into it. I actually use chocolate pudding or any type of pudding, and I make a pie out of it, and then I put it in the refrigerator to set up, you know, a couple hours or whatever it takes, sometimes an hour and a half. But anyway, just even it out, form the sides, okay? Now, because I'm baking this as a baked crust, okay, I'm going to just rinse my fingertips here a little bit. Take a fork and then just, and I hope you can see that, and then just put your little fork all over the bottom because you want it to bake as evenly as possible, okay? So I really do the whole thing with my fork, okay? So you can kind of see it. So it is holding, you know, it's formed a nice little edge to all the sides, okay? And now I bake it at 350 degrees, and it can take anywhere from 18 minutes to 23 minutes, depending on your oven, because you know our oven's all set up so differently. Mine will actually take sometimes up to even 22 minutes, but what you're looking for is a golden brown too, because then you know it's properly baked and it'll be able to hold its structure. Now, if you don't want to bake it as I do it, just as the crust alone, you can go ahead, go to this far, and then fill it with whatever fruits that you might be putting in that you need to put in the oven and bake it that way, okay? And again, follow the directions of whatever that you're filling it with. If you're using can filling, or if you're looking for some nice fillings, I have pear and peach and apple. I have several, and cherry on my channel. Much cheaper to make it if you have the fruit, especially in the summertime, and it's really easy to make. I do have videos on all the fruit fruit fillings rather. So you can use it, and like I said, fill it with your fruit, put a nice crumble on the top if you prefer, and then bake it. But this particular one that I'm doing today, I like to put, like I said, different flavored puddings. So I make like a pudding pie out of it. So I bake the shell separately, okay? Now, once it's baked up and it's to the nice brown that you like it, then put it on a cooling rack till it cools down enough that you can fill it, whatever that you're going to put into it. Now, I'm going to show you one that is baked up, okay, and it looks like this. Now I'm going to actually take it out. It's still a little warm, but I'm going to take it out of the pan here to show you. If I can, to let you see it. And there you have it. It'll be nicely golden brown. It has that rich flavor of oatmeal. Oh, it's really, really delicious. I mean, you could make tarts with this if you prefer, whatever you want to do. And it's a healthier version of a pie crust instead of using all-purpose flour. So it's, you know, healthy smart, I guess I could call it. So there you have it. You've got an oatmeal crust that you can fill with fruits, fruit fillings, puddings, whether you want to bake it alone as I just did, or just put your fillings inside of this. I would suggest a nice crumb top and just put it in the oven and bake it. I think you're going to like this recipe, and if you do, leave a comment and let me know, or if you have any questions, I will answer in a timely fashion. I want to remind you to solely watch me on YouTube because that's the only place I put my videos. So if you write to me, I'm going to get your comment. I'm going to get your question, that type of thing. And if you'd like to subscribe, well, I can't thank you enough, as well as if you'd give my video a like. Well, again, many, many thanks. So, thanks for watching Diane Lovetobake on YouTube. Stay well, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.